Gaius Julius Caesar was born in Rome in 100 BC. He came from a patrician family, but they weren't particularly wealthy or influential at the time. His family did have political connections, though. Caesar's aunt was married to Gaius Marius, a popular leader who served as consul 7 times. Caesar's early years were shaped by the turbulent politics of the late Roman Republic. He witnessed firsthand the power struggles between the populares and the optimates. Caesar's family had strong ties to the populares, and he eventually aligned himself with their faction. This decision would have a profound impact on his life and career. After holding minor political and religious offices, Caesar left Rome for Hispania. There he served as a military tribune, his first real command experience. He proved to be a capable soldier and strategist, earning the respect of his men. When Caesar returned to Rome, he began to cultivate a reputation as a skilled orator. He used his growing popularity to win election to the office of Pontifex Maximus in 63 BC. This was a major victory for Caesar, giving him significant religious and political authority. Caesar continued to rise through the ranks of Roman politics. He was elected praetor in 62 BC, a senior judicial position. The following year, he was appointed governor of Hispania Ulterior, or further Spain. It was during his time in Spain that Caesar further distinguished himself as a military commander. His successes in Spain earned him a triumph, a lavish parade through the streets of Rome. Despite his military success, Caesar faced opposition from the Roman Senate. They viewed him as a dangerous populist who threatened their power. To further his ambitions, Caesar formed alliances with other powerful figures in Rome. In 60 BC, Caesar formed an informal alliance with Crassus and Pompey. This alliance, known as the First Triumvirate, was a powerful force in Roman politics. The 3 men agreed to use their combined influence to advance their own interests. With the support of Crassus and Pompey, Caesar was elected consul in 59 BC. As consul, he pushed through a number of reforms designed to benefit the people of Rome. These reforms made him even more popular with the common people, but they also further alienated him from the Senate. As his consulship came to an end, Caesar sought to secure a powerful governorship for himself, one that would allow him to continue to build his military reputation and political power. He was eventually granted governorship of Cisalpine Gaul, or northern Italy, and Illyricum, part of the Balkans, for a period of 5 years. Later, he was also given command of Transalpine Gaul, which is southern France. Over the next 9 years, Caesar waged a series of campaigns in Gaul, conquering most of the region for Rome. His campaigns were brutal and bloody, but they were also brilliantly executed. Caesar proved to be a master of logistics, strategy, and tactics. He defeated numerous Gallic tribes, as well as the Germanic tribes who lived east of the Rhine River. He even launched 2 expeditions to Britain, although he did not attempt to conquer the island. Caesar's Gallic wars made him one of the most famous and powerful men in Rome. He wrote a detailed account of his campaigns in his commentaries on the Gallic War. However, while Caesar was away campaigning in Gaul, the political situation in Rome deteriorated. Crassus was killed in battle against the Parthians in 53 BC, and the alliance between Caesar and Pompey began to unravel. Pompey, who had remained in Rome, grew increasingly suspicious of Caesar's ambitions and popularity. He aligned himself with the Senate, who saw Caesar as a growing threat to the Republic. In 50 BC, the Senate ordered Caesar to return to Rome and disband his army, fearing that he would use his legions to march on the city and seize power. Caesar faced a critical decision: obey the Senate and risk being stripped of his power and possibly even prosecuted, or defy the Senate and march on Rome, plunging the Republic into civil war. On January 10th, 49 BC, Caesar crossed the Rubicon River, the boundary between his province of Cisalpine Gaul and Italy, with his legions. This act of defiance marked the beginning of the Roman Civil War. Caesar marched quickly on Rome, and Pompey and his allies fled to Greece. Caesar pursued them and defeated Pompey at the Battle of Pharsalus in 48 BC. Pompey fled to Egypt, where he was assassinated by agents of the Egyptian pharaoh. Caesar followed Pompey to Egypt and sided with Cleopatra in a power struggle. After a brief war, Cleopatra was restored to the throne. Caesar returned to Rome as the undisputed master of the Roman world. He was appointed dictator for life in 44 BC. He implemented reforms to centralize power and stabilize the economy. He granted citizenship to many in the provinces and expanded the Senate. However, his growing power alienated many Romans who feared he was destroying the Republic. A group of senators led by Brutus and Cassius conspired to assassinate him. On March 15, 44 BC, they cornered Caesar in the theater of Pompey and stabbed him to death. His assassination plunged Rome back into civil war and marked the end of the Republic. Although his reign was short, Caesar's impact on Roman history was profound. His assassination paved the way for the rise of his adopted son, Octavian, as the first Roman Emperor Augustus.